You started talking. You weren't supposed to talk.
This is my first time.
All right, I'm going to let you in on
I got
something.
it this time. Okay.
We have an animated open that we do before. You saw that little segment where the things are going.
Such
we
an
have
amateur.
we have to pretend we're doing something in the background. So I told them we pretend we're talking to each other. And Erin, here you started talking, didn't you?
Dad, I screwed up.
No, you didn't screw up.
Okay.
So at any rate, you know what? There are first night celebrations, and there is Saratoga's first night celebration. I remember when I first came into this town, which is over 20 years ago, or close to 20 years ago, I was absolutely stunned. The whole community comes out. Broadway is packed with people. There's all kinds of wonderful music going on and places to go inside and see the insides of some of the places. And of course, a killer fireworks display at midnight. Fast forward 21 years later, guess what? First night is coming up again this New Year's Eve. And joining me today is the master coordinator for First Night, Alix Jones. You've been here before. Welcome back.
Thank you. Still
and
alive.
Erin Harkes, who's a musician and, as you just found out, a comedian. Harkes.
Yes.
My apologies.
That's fine.
We know each other because you performed on Tracks, our music program.
I did. It was an incredible time. Thank you.
Yeah, it was. You're really very talented.
Well, thank you very much.
If you can't tell from listening to her voice, even speaking, you've got pipes, darling.
I'm glad other people enjoy it.
Yeah, absolutely. So at any rate, with that kind of lead in, we've got First Night coming in. You've been involved with Saratoga Arts, you were telling me, for about 7 years, and involved really with First Night for about 3 years, right?
That's right.
Okay.
So it's a little shorter than that. I've been involved with First Night for 3 years. Saratoga Arts has run First Night for 7 years.
Oh, they have.
And then the
okay.
YMCA ran it before
Prior to that.
Right.
Right, gotcha, okay. So I was at a fundraiser the other night, and we were talking about First Night. They said it's the hardest job in the city. You talk about herding cats. You've got so much going on for First Night. What's it like? It's a year-round job, really, right?
It is a year-round job. I don't think it's the hardest job in the city, but you know.
Well, that's because you love it. That's right.
I do. I like talking to the artists. I like coordinating with the venues. You know, I even like going out and asking people for money because it's for a good cause.
Yes, absolutely. Now, Saratoga Arts, by the way, is that Spring Street, right?
The corner of Congress Park and
yes,
Spring.
Yes, Spring. So it's Broadway and Spring, and that's Congress Park. There's a beautiful little brick building there, and that's the home of Saratoga Arts. I've been there many times for gallery openings.
Mm-hmm.
You do a lot of really wonderful things.
There are, and our member show is up right now through the end of the month. So
great?
You should go and see it. It's beautiful
I haven't
artwork.
seen that one. I'll go take a look. All right. Knowing that it takes an awful lot to put this together, give me an idea of what we can expect this year. Now, the theme is magic. How'd that happen?
Last year we had some magicians in just to give it a try, and the response was really overwhelming. I mean, the venues were packed, and so this year we're bringing in bigger and more well-known performers, but we're spreading them out all around town. So there's more for everybody, more space for everybody. It is truly going to be a night of magic.
How'd you source them? How'd you find them?
That was one of the things that I loved the best. You know,
was it magic?
It wasn't magic. Again, it was coordination, a little bit of detective work, word of mouth, going down to New York City and visiting some places, seeing some acts. It's a whole underground world, and you know, I had a lot of fun just meeting these people that do some things that I could never even begin to understand how it works.
Oh, I guess some of us have harder jobs than others. Yeah, got to go to New York and go to nightclubs and watch me. Yeah, I see. Okay, I get it. Who's coming?
We have John Stetson coming. He is a mentalist.
Right.
That's right. So someone who sort of reads your personality, can intuit what you are about to do and think. And he is known all over this country, and he has performed for the King of Sweden, several U.S. presidents, and he was just getting on a plane to go to Israel to have a secret meeting with some Israeli mentalists to work on some big project, which I didn't get the details of, but it sounds really fascinating.
You know what? I think you and I better avoid anybody that reads our mind. What do you think, Erin?
For sure.
Yeah, I don't want to get in a situation like that. And some famous magicians as well.
That's right. So Patrick Davis is one of the people I met down in New York City, and he runs the Monday Night Magic Show. And he's going to be coming up to the Presbyterian New England Church. He does classic magic acts, and
that's nice.
Both of those performers are for all ages. I mean, you can go there with your date and have a great time. You can go there if you're a kid and still be amazed by what they do.
I want to go back on that. It's all ages. If you've been there, you know exactly what we're talking about. Their families, lot of teenagers, a lot of young adults, a lot of seniors. It's really, there's something for everybody. You know, when you say family friendly, sometimes you think, oh, it's for just little kids. When it's all ages, it really means it's for all ages. You're doing something particularly interesting at Adirondack Trust.
That's right.
Yeah,
You know,
what's going on there?
we're bringing in some millennial performers. We have Maddie Hicks and Ariana Stewart, who has a great country voice, and Benjamin John, and then also Shane Gorette, who does a lot of sort of retro indie covers of groups. And that is to, you know, attract the younger audiences. We had some great foundations come on board, the J.M. McDonald Foundation, the Sandy Hill Foundation, to sponsor free buttons for teenagers. And so we
nice.
wanted to give the teenagers something that they could relate to very easily.
Sure, relate to, and also something positive to do that night.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying also? Erin, you first performed a couple of years ago, and it really took you back, didn't it?
It really did. I was asked to perform with the Luster Kings,
Wow.
a band that I get fortunate enough to sit in with on occasion. And I just walked in and felt like I was being spoiled. It was just such a great event. Everything about it from beginning to end was just so well put together. And it was something I was very eager to participate in again.
Now you're performing again this year at Hampton Inn, you told me, right?
Yes.
And you've got sort of a collection there too, right? Musicians and a little mix of comedy and whatever?
Yes, well, I originally applied because I knew that they were looking for comedians. And when I heard that there was the family-friendly component, I was worried about whether or not I would be able to do that much comedic time and keep it family-friendly. So I decided to let her know that I was also a musician. And like I say at most of my shows that are music-based, you know, I tend to talk in between and I can't turn it off.
Yeah,
It was
right,
one of
guess
the
so.
jokes that I make, so comedy always finds its way in.
Well, don't perform with the mentalist, or he'll wind up telling all your jokes. That's what I think it works like that.
He doesn't have my timing.
I want you to know that on the main stages around, you're doing something really, really sharp. This city has produced some amazing musicians and amazing bands. And three of them, the Figs, that name registers, right? Cersei, of course, and Wild Adriatic. Wow, what a band. They're all performing as part of the first night's celebrations. And again, if you know this, just a reminder, but if you don't know it, almost every nook and cranny in downtown Saratoga has some music, something going on. And of course, in Congress Park at midnight, hold your ears because you get the fireworks display is amazing.
Right, ends with the fireworks, starts with the 5K road race at Skidmore. It really bookends a great event. Music, comedy, dance, magic, you name it, you got it.
You know what, we could talk forever about this. We're out of time. I want you to send you to the website. A lot of information there. Saratoga-arts.org. Saratoga-arts.org. It's $15 in advance for tickets. You can't beat that. $20 if it gets dangerously close to the event.
You got it.
So, you know, get ahead of this. Make some plans. It's a wonderful evening in Saratoga. Saratoga-arts.org. Alex, great to see you again.
Thank
great
you.
to see you again,
You as
Erin.
well.
Thank you very much for coming in.
Thanks
and
for having us.
I'll be one of those people wandering around first. Okay, take it easy.
Great.
To see this interview again, you can head to our website, looktvonline.com.